one more week, and I don't like endings. So as of now, what I'm doing is I'm doing a countdown to my Cross Canada walk in May of 2000, which is going to take 500 days, and we're going to have hundreds of groups and organizations carry a torch each day from community to community to keep carrying on and generating and stimulating Canadians about this issue and change the needed legislations to keep up with the other countries that are presently doing very successful. For example, Spain, if you're on the waiting list there, families and people don't worry about getting an organ because it usually comes. So I'm determined to not stop at anything, and I found most of this philosophy from the YMCA with that mind, body, and spirit, because that's what carried me through each hour. You know, I had some pretty tough weather at the beginning. I had scorchers, there was electrical storms following me, there was mosquitoes from another planet, you know, but I kept that mind, body, and spirit always in mind, and you know, it's carried me this far. And I really want to take this moment out to pay tribute to Marie Leone, who organized this and put this all together, and you know, is just making this such a full day for myself. And also Doug, who couldn't be here today. And I also want to pay tribute to two other people in memory that passed away that are from this town. The first one is Victor Davies. That was the Olympic swimmer who donated his organs, and the family. I want to really pay tribute to the memory of Victor Davies, and also George Terry, who passed away a couple of years ago, who was just a great fighter with this cause and did so much for the community of Guelph. So once again, thank you for this very warm reception and making this a full day, and we'll carry on step by step.
We have food already and stuff. Now, maybe do some interviews and then eat, because I think that they may have to go on to another.
Okay,
another
no problem.
So,
no problem.
You guys can
I get an
call the shots
interview
here,
with you first?
No, it'd be hard to we try and plant the positive seed with Canadians, so that they will be.
But I said to Karen, when you talk to her, make sure she's going to work those hours, she's scheduling. Because I said every time she's scheduled, she has an excuse. She should have somebody else who can come in and somebody is safe.
Or something else.
And if you take somebody else from another department here, that's not good. Because they come in working.
Always hire somebody else.
It's like,
But then the only thing is, do it now. You have to wait for the.
Charles, who has been on a walk across Canada, and his friend Joe, who has been his road manager and is making a documentary that will be shown on CBC. So I'd like to welcome him.
Thanks very much. I want to just take this moment to really acknowledge putting this together in such a short time. Like I laid it on you about a week, less than a week ago. You know, so. But the main thing is that we got something started, and it's going to be the start of many things. First of all, I'm going to read you my. Oh, good morning. I'm going to read you the press release that we sent out right from the beginning, and we pretty well reached almost every newspaper in Ontario, and as a result, we had over 50 art coverage from this. And here's the press release. Okay, George Marcello, which is me, 43 from Toronto, is a liver transplant recipient, walking 2,000 kilometers around Ontario to say thank you to the donor and the families who donated organs so others may live. Also to address the critical shortage of organ and tissue donations in Canada, which has been the second lowest in the civilized world for the past 14 years now. John Totten, another liver transplant recipient, met George and formed the Step-by-Step Organ Transplant Association. And this is just little things as we were walking along, we kept adding. George has walked 1,100 kilometers so far, and it's August the 10th, 1999, and is approaching Collingwood at that time for a press conference at 1 o'clock at the YMCA. All 35 YMCAs in Ontario are participating in George's trek, and George has reached over 100,000 people thus far at that point. August 24th, George has walked 1,363 kilometers so far and has completed 15 very successful press conferences at YMCAs. Cobourg, Peterborough, Belleville, Kingston, Brockville, Ottawa, North Bay, 72 kilometers so far, and is scheduled to complete 10 more press conferences in southwestern Ontario at the YMCAs. September the 10th, George has walked 1,737 kilometers and has successfully accomplished another YMCA press conference in the city here in all the communities he has passed through. So far, George has appeared in over 50 front newspaper articles to implement a national registry. At present, when you sign your donor card and pass away, 60% of the time, when the organ is available at the hospital official has to approach the family for the final decision. 60% of the time, the family is vetoing the decision. So we have a case where most Canadians are signing their donor cards and wanting their wish to be an organ donator and to save somebody's life. But what happens is we got the wrong picture. We shouldn't have to approach the family at a time and situation of tragedy and distress because you're so consumed in the distress and the tragedy that you can't think of anything else but the present thing. We shouldn't have that picture. And we're probably the only one of the very few countries that have that present situation. Now, at present, they're doing that because family members don't know enough about organ transplantation. Some feel that the body's going to get disfigured. Some don't know enough about organ transplantation that it not only gives a person their life back, but also their healthy life back. There's so many things, but the scenario to approach the family is wrong. So what we're trying to do is, we're trying to create a national registry where if you make a wish and have a desire to donate your organs when you pass away, that wish can get carried out. And I believe that we as Canadians we're a country that enjoys many, many freedoms. This should be one of them, because a lot of people do have a strong desire to donate their organs, and we should have the scenario created for that wish to carry out. So anyways, that's going to be quite expensive, and I'm just in the process right now of reaching certain politicians. As a matter of fact, we're scheduled to meet the Liberal Party when I finish this on the 30th, and Premier Harris has called me, or his office has called us to meet me after I finish this too. And then I heard there was talk with the federal government possibly being before I start the Canada walk.